Hello, children. Welcome to yet another session of Geography, Class 8, Asia, the largest continent, Session 1. So let's get started. Page number 61 on your textbook. Asia is the world's largest and the most populous continent, located primarily in the eastern and the northern hemisphere. So, we know that Asia is the largest continent as well as it is the most populous continent also. And when we say that it is located in the eastern and the northern hemisphere, we mean that east of the prime meridian, 0 degree longitude, and north of 0 degrees latitude, that is the equator. It covers 8.6% of the Earth's total surface area or 29.9% of its land area. And with approximately 4.73 billion people, as according to 2011, it hosts 60% of the world's current human population. That means 60% of the world's population is living in Asia alone. Asia consists of 48 countries. Children, please underline this. There are 48 countries. 4 dependent, out of which 4 are dependent countries. That means they are dependent. They are not independent yet. They are dependent on some other big nation, and there are 7 unrecognized regions, may be disputed, so they are unrecognized countries or regions. Asia is broadly divided into 6 regions. The whole of Asia they have divided into 6 regions. So let us see these 6 regions in which Asia is divided. It is Northern Asia, Eastern Asia, Southern Asia, Central Asia, Western Asia, and Southeast Asia. And we living in India, we are in Southern Asia. Okay, now location of Asia. Asia is located entirely in the northern hemisphere except for a few islands of Indonesia which lie in the southern hemisphere. So Asia is between the latitudes 8 degrees south to 80 degrees north. So if we see the map of Asia, it is 8 degrees south, 10 degrees south of the equator to 80 degrees north, just near to the North Pole. Okay, now the longitude. Asia lies entirely in the eastern hemisphere. Entirely in the eastern hemisphere, that means east of the prime meridian. Only a small part of Russia extends into the western hemisphere. So a small part of Russia is extending into the western hemisphere. Asia lies between longitude 25 degrees east and 170 degrees east. Okay. Now we can see in this the green box which says that Asia is the largest continent. Next page, page number 62. It is divided into 48 political countries. Now East Asia, they have mentioned the name of the countries in which East Asia is there. Japan, North Korea, South Korea, China, Taiwan, all these are East Asia. Southeast Asia, we have these Myanmar, all these island countries, Malaysia, Thailand, Singapore, Cambodia, Vietnam, Laos, Indonesia, Philippines. South Asia, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bhutan, all the SAARC nations, they come under this. Then the Southwest Asia, we have Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Oman, Bahrain, United Arab Emirates, then Kuwait, Iraq, Iran, Jordan, Syria, Israel, Lebanon, and Turkey. Russia spreads over 2 countries, Europe and Asia. In 1991, the USSR disintegrated and broke into 15 independent republics. In Asia, these are some of the republics which lie in Asia, that is Azerbaijan, Armenia, Georgia, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan. Okay, now we come to the next page, page number 63. Now, Asia is surrounded by 3 oceans. Now, let us see the 3 oceans in which Asia is surrounded by, and we can see in this map below that in the north, the Arctic Ocean is there. In the east, we have the Pacific Ocean. And in the west, I mean in the south, we have the Indian Ocean. In the west, the continent of Asia is separated by Europe by a low Ural Mountains. Now the Ural Mountains, you can see, children, this is a low mountain. That means these mountains are not very high. They are also called the Old Fold Mountains. Okay, that means they must have formed they were formed at a very ancient time in the geological past, and over the years, over the millions of years, they have got weathered and their height has become low. And they are called Old Fold Mountains. So, Ural Mountains is an example of Old Fold Mountains. Okay, now there is a Ural River and the Caspian Sea also here. You can all children see Caspian Sea, as well as there is the Ural River which flows into the Caspian Sea. Now the coastline of Asia has relatively smooth coastline with few indentations, that it is almost smooth, a little indentations at several places. Along the east coast is the China Sea. So let us see where the China Sea is, and we can see, please children, see in your books, East China Sea and the South China Sea is very well visible. And the Yellow Sea, children, can you see the Yellow Sea? Yellow Sea, is it visible enough near to the East China Sea? You can see the Yellow Sea. And the Sea of Japan. Near to Japan is the Sea of Japan. In the northeast is the Sea of Okhotsk. I hope you can see this, north of Japan. And the Bering Sea. Bering Sea right at the top. We can see the Bering Sea here. Okay. In the south, there are 2 big bays. One is the Arabian Sea and the other is the Bay of Bengal. Islands. There are many island groups of islands in Southeast and East Asia. Many of them form island countries. 2 Southeast Asian nations, Indonesia and Philippines, have more than 20,000 islands. So, Southeast Asia and East Asia, there are more than, many of them form island countries. 2 South Asian nations like the Indonesia, I hope you can all see the Indonesia, as well as the Philippines. Philippines is very well visible. So these 2, they make the island nations. And there are more than 20,000 islands between them. Sumatra and Java are the large islands of Indonesia. So all this archipelago here, Sumatra, Java and the millions, they form Indonesia, and Philippines is very well visible. So in between Sumatra and Java also there are many small islands. Now, the physical features. Asia is a continent of great variety of landforms and climate. Very true. There are a great variety of landforms in Asia, and there is a great variation in the climate also. Lake Baikal, the deepest lake in the world. Please children, please underline Lake Baikal. I think everyone can see Lake Baikal. In your books also you see. The deepest lake in the world, and Mount Everest, which is 8,848 meters, the highest peak in the world. Okay, we come to the next page, page number 64. Both are in Asia. The highest peak in the world is in Asia, and the deepest lake is also in Asia. Physically, the continent may be divided into 5 major physical divisions. They are the northern lowlands. Now, northern lowlands, children, please see the northern lowlands. It can be on page, just turn your page to page number 63. And northern lowlands are visible very much in the northern part of Asia. Is that clear? Okay. Now the central mountainous region is visible. The whole of this yellow section is the central mountainous region. Page number 63. Next is the southern plateaus. Amongst the southern plateaus, please see, we have the peninsula of India, the plateau of Arabia, the plateau of Tibet, the plateau of Iran. So all this comes under the southern plateaus. After the southern plateaus, we have the great river valleys and the island groups of the Southeast and the Southeast Asia. So, see the extent of these regions on each physical map of Asia. Find out which one of these divisions covers the maximum area of the continent. We first start with the northern lowlands. The northern lowlands are made up of the Siberian and the Turan plain. Underline this. These are the two plains which it is made up of. Now these lowlands are vast lands. Can you see in this picture? Vast land, absolutely flat land, good for agriculture. The northern lowlands are made up of the Siberian and the Turan plain. The Siberian plain is the greatest continuous lowland in the world. Please underline that, children. It is the greatest continuous lowland in the world. Ob, Yenisei, Lena are the major rivers of the northern lowlands. So you can see these rivers here on the other page. River Ob, Yenisei and Lena. Have you located them, children? They are very well visible on page number 63. Okay. Next, these rivers originate from the highlands and mountains of Central Asia and flow northwards and empty into the Arctic Ocean. So these are the rivers which are flowing northwards. Is that clear, children? And when they flow northwards, they empty into the Arctic Ocean. Okay. Now Lake Baikal, which is 1,637 meters deep. It is the deepest lake in the world. So let us locate Lake Baikal, and I hope you can see on your map Lake Baikal is very well visible. Now it holds 20% of all the fresh lake water on the globe, and also located in these lowlands. Next is the Turan plain. it is the lowland around the Aral Sea. So where is this Aral Sea? Aral Sea is here. Please look into your maps and you will find the Aral Sea in here towards the east. Towards the Caspian Sea you will find the Aral Sea. Okay children. Now it is drained by two rivers, which is very well evident. It can be seen in the map. It is Amu Darya and Sir Darya. Please underline these two names of the two rivers, Amu Darya and Sir Darya, which flow into the Aral Sea, making this an area of inland drainage. So these two rivers are flowing into the Aral Sea, making this area an area of inland drainage. Is that clear? Now we come to the central mountain region. Now central mountain region is the yellow part on the map. The central mountain belt is a complex system of fold mountains and plateaus which makes up the core of the mountain system of Asia. Various mountain ranges radiate from the Pamir Knot, which is located a little south of the center of Asia. So we can see the Pamir Knot also, and we can see various mountain ranges radiating out from this knot. Now which is just south of Central Asia. The Himalayas, the Karakoram, the Suleiman, the Hindu Kush are the major ranges which are radiating from the Pamir Knot. Please underline the name of the ranges which are radiating from the Pamir Knot. Okay. The Himalayas are the highest mountain ranges in the world. Mount Everest, the highest peak of the world, is a part of the Himalayan range. So we have the Mount Everest, which is the highest peak in the world and which measures 8,848 meters high. Okay. These mountain ranges have many intermontane plateaus. Please children, make a change in the spelling. It is not intermontane, it will be intermontane. The spelling of montane is M-O-N-T-A-N-E. M-O-N-T-A-N-E. Plateaus like the Plateau of Iran, Anatolia, Tibet, Peninsula Plateau of India. So these are the various plateaus which are surrounded by mountains. So when a plateau is surrounded by mountain, it is called an intermontane plateau. Is that very clear? Please underline the names of the intermontane plateau. Plateau of Iran, Anatolia, Tibet, Peninsula Plateau of India. Okay. Next, we come to the southern plateaus. To the south of the central mountain belt lies the plateaus of South Asia. So, lies the plateaus of South Asia. The plateau of Tibet. Now, everyone can see in the map the plateau of Tibet, also known as the roof of the world. Plateau of Mongolia can also be seen. Plateau of Arabia, Peninsula Plateau of India are the most important plateaus of Asia. Many of these plateaus are formed by very old crystalline rocks. Okay children, we end up here today. In our next session, we are going to start from the great river valleys. Till then, you stay safe and stay at home. Thank you.